post-game interview brought to you by Arch Orthodontics, and we are joined by Caroline Nozzolillo, Madison Ward, and Coach Clifford after a 67-53 win over the Longmeadow Lancers. Point totals for your Wolverines: Charlotte Hurley, 20; Madison Ward, 12; Kenzie Kaiser had it 9; Caroline Nozzolillo, 14 points; and Lizzie Weeman, 11 points. And a terrific game in the round of 32. All the games have been great off the bat. I mean, there's no easy win. There's no free win. I mean, just last night, Norwood, who's the 3 seed, lost to Tewksbury. So, you know, every team is out there and balling out. And Westwood got it done here at home and over a great team. Caroline, right off the bat, you set the tone. You had 3 and 1s tonight. How awesome did that feel? All year round, you've been a force out there. You know, you've set the tone defensively, and the baskets haven't gone in like they have in the past. Tonight they did. You earned them, too. How rewarding is that feeling to really set the tone on the offensive side in a big game tonight?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like I usually set the tone defensively, so it was great to translate that onto offense. The whole season, I feel like I've been missing some of the easier shots, so it was great. And also the passes were great that I was getting, and my teammates, it comes from the bench, like we say, like the energy got brought onto the court, and yeah, it was great.
Absolutely. And Madison, terrific game out of you. You were feeling it. At one point, your baskets came when Westwood needed it the most. It was right after big baskets by Cage from Longmeadow, and you had, I think it was 7 in a row at one point where put Westwood back up to double digits. How are you feeling out there? Were you in a flow state? We had Lindsay Hallian on the podcast. We were talking about flow state where you're just feeling it, no thoughts. You know, what was going through your mind when you were in that groove?
What was going through my mind is we had a great practice going in. The intensity was very high. And also being able to guard a player like that really challenged me. So on defense, it kind of brought my intensity, which also helped me improve and go on that on offense also.
Absolutely. And, Coach, one thing that we saw today that we've seen all season long, particularly teams that you played, the full court press. And that's a challenge a lot for a lot of teams. I think you guys love it. I think you embrace it because you have great athletes that are able to pass it very well, pass it very quickly, and you turn it into quick baskets too. 25 points in the first quarter. That was probably the most explosive quarter of the season so far. How much do you thrive on the full court press, and you know how much confidence do you have in your team when it comes to being able to beat that and turn it into some positive offense?
Yeah, I think it goes back to our depth, our versatility. We have a really veteran team, right? A lot of seniors, a lot of people that have done it before. We took our alums last year so we could be ready for a moment like this, and I'm really proud of the kids and especially how they came out. I mean, Madison said it. We had a great practice yesterday. I thought we had great energy and tone at practice all week. So it definitely starts there. So yeah, just really proud of the effort. Credit to Longmeadow. They stuck around, cut it to 2. But when we needed it the most, we talked about composure is the thing that tips the scales. You know, these 2 led that run for us offensively, that 10-0 run that just sort of not put things away. There was still a lot of time left, but that was a huge momentum shift.
And Coach, one of the pillars of your coaching philosophy, mental toughness, playing tough. Westwood's certainly a great example tonight. You know, they took when every time that Longmeadow would come out and cut it, you know, to within, at one point they cut it within 2, and it was late. Westwood did not quit. They went out there and just answered the next one, added to that, and then extended that lead back to double digits. How proud were you of them and their mental toughness tonight?
Yeah, we talk about taking things one play at a time, right? Moving on to the next one. I think Madison talked about her defense tonight. Like, she's a kid, like, you get scored on, like, Cage is a really, really good player. That's one of the best players we've played against. So she's hitting some, like, circus shots, which are not circus shots for her. And I think we did a great job. Madison's a good example of that, of just, like, go on to the next play. Let's stop her the next time. She's going to score. We're not going to hold her to 4 points. I think she ended up with 28, which is a little high, but she had a good game, and they hit some shots, and I thought we kept our cool. And, you know, you talked earlier about the seeds and the upsets around and things like that. Like, you don't work hard for matchups. It's not about the seed. It's about the home games. And to be here and to have our crowd behind us, like, that's the difference. So we knew we didn't underestimate Longmeadow. 8-25 were the seeds. That meant nothing to us. We knew it was a tough team coming in, but yeah, just composure down the stretch. And again, credit to Longmeadow, but we were ready to pull it out. And I mean, that started back in December. So
absolutely. And Madison, right back at it on Tuesday. You know, how much of are you going to enjoy tonight? And then at what point do you push the focus onto Tuesday night and prep for that?
Tuesday night, I feel like it starts with practice, having intensity, obviously. That also comes from, like, teammates and pushing each other in practice. And I feel like we'll obviously be ready for Tuesday, and we'll make a run for that.
Absolutely. And we'll be here for the call. And Caroline, last question for you. 2-year captain. And on my impromptu Instagram Live we did on Monday. We talked about all the sports. One of the things I said benefits of being a 2-year captain is you had your junior year under your belt. So you go into your senior year and you have a year of understanding kind of leadership. You hit the ground running when it comes to, your voice being heard. And also, what can you learn from being able to motivate players, how the message is heard and things like that. Now you're a captain as a 2-year captain in the playoffs. How much do you enjoy having the opportunity, a second crack at the apple as a captain with the playoffs and a healthy team and a team that's thriving right now?
Yeah, it's great. Having all 12 of us is great. Last year, I feel like we got out early. This year, we know that's not going to happen. The 7 seniors, we've been playing together since 7th grade, basically. So I feel like we're playing for ourselves and for like the younger girls. And also like last year, I feel like our attitudes were like down a lot, and I feel like this year we're just all positivity all over the court and cheering everyone on.
Yeah, absolutely. I think there was no better example. Mackenzie Kaiser took a couple bumps down low, just got up and ran back. And Coach, it looked like you appreciated that, where she was just focused on the next play instead of the missed calls if there was controversy. But girls, congratulations, big win. We'll see you on Tuesday night, and enjoy this one.
Thank you.
Absolutely.